Hey, Dan. See you, Dan.
Greetings.
All right. What's up, everybody? James Levins here. For people that don't know me, I'm just outside of Philadelphia, PA. I'm one of the partners here at InPhone, and I appreciate y'all for being on. We send this out to a couple people just to give a refresher course, or if you're new to InPhone, on how to utilize it, how to share it, how to really get the most bang for your buck, so to speak, in business by utilizing your InPhone. And that's the whole point, because I tell people all the time, I say, when people see InPhone, they're, amazed by it. They say, wow, this is so cool. And then they get it, they buy it, they buy it from us, which we appreciate and become part of the family. And then they don't use it. And it's kind of worthless if you don't use it. So it's kind of like buying, I never compare us to business cards, because we are 1,000 times, bigger than business cards, but it's kind of like buying a stack of business cards and throwing them in your trunk and never handing them out. And people can't get a hold of you and know what you do. So before we get into it, I just want to introduce my brother from another mother here, who helps me do all this stuff. You guys know him probably from all the emails and stuff, but I mean this. I couldn't do this without him. He is, like I said, like family, but he's a great business partner to have. And he's the man that keeps this whole thing together. Mr. Steve Ramona, thanks for being on tonight, brother.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm just going to say it. Somebody's got a special day coming up this weekend. Steve, what's going on with you, my man? Go ahead and say it.
I am getting married Saturday.
Getting married Saturday. All right.
And I want to thank InPhone for sponsoring the event. That's fantastic.
Yeah. You're welcome, brother. No problem.
Everybody in the recording, I'm joking.
It's all good, man. Now we're so happy for you. Congratulations. And we're very, very excited for you and your beautiful future wife. So, and he met his wife because he sold her an InPhone. No, I'm just kidding. That'd have been a cool story, though, Steve. That'd be a cool story.
It'll happen.
So I do want to talk about, just networking, but I want to start out, and we're going to start in a little bit. I want to make this about utilizing and the power of InPhone, right? When you use it, I'm not going to go over how to use it. We have videos for that. Our partner, Ron, made an amazing tutorial through there on myinphone.com on how to actually use your InPhone, how to save it to your home screen, how to share it with people, all that stuff. And I'm sure, and Steve just put it, that's what he does. He put it in the chat there for everybody if you want to learn how to use it, okay? And obviously, if you really do need some one-on-one, whoever, was your distributor, invited you here, we can absolutely help you with that, no problem. But utilizing is number one. Now, I tell people all the time, what's your goal in business? I'm an entrepreneur. My goal is to get every single person that comes across my path and further to know what I do in life. My main background, pretty much all my life, has been in the auto industry, in the car business. I bought and sold over 35,000 cars, and people want to know, how did you do that? I say, because I just talk to everyone, and I have good customer service. I give them value. So that means when it's time for somebody else to say, man, I need to buy a car or sell my car, my network always says, you got to call James. He's the guy. He's the guy to call. Well, now what my network says is, you got to call James. He's the man in the car business. Copy, paste, and share, or QR code. They send it to him. And that's it. Now, I don't have an InPhone for the auto industry, because obviously I'm a partner in the company. I have my InPhone for InPhone. But let's say I had my auto dealership, which I do have a dealership, a small dealership, but let's say I have my InPhone for that. That potential client that my friend is referring me to, they don't know what I do. What kind of cars do I sell? What kind of service do I offer? Whatever. Well, my friend will have to go out of their way, which they will, to explain what I do and how I do it, what all the features I offer, but they don't have to anymore. InPhone does that for you. So whatever business you're in, all your friends and networks have to say is, Shane is the man. He's our insurance guy. Give him a call, and here's his info. Tell him I sent you. And InPhone will tell the story. Your friend, client, network, they just have to blow you up and say how amazing you are. InPhone's going to tell your story. So that's why I tell people all the time. I go, when you use the InPhone, it works. Now, again, we always have to say this. We don't guarantee anything, okay? And we're always going to show Steve's numbers. I know Chrissy's not on here tonight. I want to show her numbers too, or we can even just talk about it, Steve. But numbers, numbers don't lie. People do, right? Numbers don't lie. We proved it already. So if you utilize it like Steve, like Chrissy, like that, if you use that like Tony, like people that actually use it, it's amazing what happens, okay? So today I want to tell you a quick story of, I was in a car dealership today getting my truck serviced, And I walked over. Well, I sell InPhone to everybody. I don't care where I am. Okay. If I'm in line for the bathroom at the grocery store, I ask people what they do for a living. It's what I do. But I was at the car dealership today. And it's funny, I used to buy cars from that. I used to be a wholesaler for this dealership back in 2011. Well, obviously, nobody is there that I used to talk to all the time, besides the owner, which, funny story. So I go in there and I just sat there and I said to the front desk woman, I said, who is in charge of your marketing department? And they said, Christina. So I said, can I talk to her real quick? Now, I'm not talking about selling info. I'm just talking about networking and how to get my name out there. Okay. So I go there and I sit there and she comes out and I just said, hey, I have a cool platform. I've been, I work with a lot of car dealerships. And I showed it to her. Of course, she was blown away. And she said, my dad's on vacation. When he gets back, I want to show him. I said, who's your dad? And she said, Drew Coleman. Well, he owns a dealership, right? And I said, oh my God, tell him it's James Levins. He knows me. But now the cool part is this. Remember this whole point of story. She goes, well, do you have a business card that you can leave with me? And I went, you just missed the whole point. I said, look, you have me now. She's like, oh my God, I didn't get it. But now I drilled it in her head. I said, look, you have my face on your home screen now. Anytime you want to get a hold of me, she said, I've never seen anything like this. And I can prove that, right? So coolest part is she didn't have to go to the app store and download my app, right? She didn't have to take up space on her phone. I literally did this. And guys, 1 out of 100 might be weird about it because of COVID, back in the past 2 years, but nobody does this. When I walk up and I say, here, Christina, pull out your phone. She gets her phone. I get my QR code. She scans it. I go like this. Now click, click. It was an iPhone. So the bottom middle is a square with an up arrow on the iPhone screen. I clicked it. I hit add to home screen and I said, there's me. Anything you ever need, you call me. We're going to do business together. If it's an Android, there's 3 dots on the top right of the screen. It's the menu button. You click the 3 dots, add to home screen. Very simple. So when you're networking with somebody like today, I'm going to sell them info. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to network with them. You're going to sell your own business, your own entrepreneurship business, your industry, whatever you're in. You just met somebody. Here, pull out your phone. They're going to give you, I call it the dirty, disease-infested paper business card, which I always joke around with people. But now I just say, do you have a business card or something that I can call you? They say, yeah. I said, oh, cool. And they go, do you have one? I said, I don't use these anymore because people lose them and throw them away. I said, pull out your phone. And I grab it, click, click. So there's your lesson for the night is using your InPhone. I don't care where I am, who I'm talking to. If they're a potential client for my business, my face is going to be on their home screen. Now, some people give me the rebuttal of, James, people don't want me on their home screen. And I say this lovingly. That's your problem, not mine. They want me on their home screen. And I'm kidding about this saying they want you on their home screen because when it's on there, it's cool. It's like next level. They've never seen it. I always challenge. I used to do a lot of these networking groups, right? I'd be a guest or something like that. And I go in there and I network with like 50 people, not all of them at the same time, but there'd be 50 people in the room. And I'd meet a couple that I would click with. And no joke, 3 weeks go by and I call you and I go, Ernie, what's up, man? It's been 3 weeks. How you doing? Before we start talking, screenshot your home screen for me and send it to me. Is my face still on there? Every single one is still on there. Either A, they don't know how to delete me, or B, I'm just on there because they like me on there and we do business together. So that is the number one point of utilizing InPhone is if enough people have it, enough people will use it. Now, the second thing I want to talk about that is once they have it on the home screen. So that's somebody I meet. Okay. I meet somebody, they have me now. I teach them how to use it. You want to call me, press call me. You want to email me, press email me. Let's connect on LinkedIn. How many people have ever done this where you're like, are you on LinkedIn? Cool, let's connect. And you can't find them or you spell their name wrong or something stupid, right? It does happen all the time. So what I do is I say, there's no more searching. Click and boom, now I'm on LinkedIn with you. I'm connected, right? Once they have the InPhone, okay, and they're a client of mine, a happy client that I've done business, one of my friends that that will help me do business, then I become the educator. Once you have my InPhone, so let's say I just said, Dan, Dan, do me a favor. Can you send this out to like 15 or 20 people in your network for me? Just get my name out there. You'll go, no problem. This is all you do. You literally click, copy, paste, and share, or QR code if they're next to people. I educate my clients and my friends and my family how to do this. My sister's a hairstylist. She gives my info to everybody. My whole family. My brother owns a mega construction company. They give my info out to everybody, okay? Because they know how to use it. So that's lesson number 2. When you're utilizing your info, you must share it with every person that comes across your path, okay? And lesson number 2 is not the person you just met. Build a relationship with them first before you ask favors of them, right? That's not business. It's not good for business. Once you start doing business with somebody, or you're already your existing network, that's when I teach them how to use InPhone, and then they're going to share it out. So I challenge everybody. With that being said, we did this a couple weeks ago, and I challenge you. Like today, not tomorrow, not Friday, or I don't know what day is. I think they say Monday. No, today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday because we're doing the Zoom. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Don't wait till tomorrow. Tonight when you hang up, your info, your personal info, text it out to 5 or 10 people and that you're very close with, your friends, your relatives, your family, and just say, hey, can you do me a favor and share this with like 10 or 15 of your people? And then just ask them if they ever need my services, please feel free to give me a call. Okay. And Shane, I'll pick on you, because I know you're in the insurance business. Okay. So Shane's with State Farm. Okay. Shane, you have a big list, I'm sure, of all your clients, right? From back in the day.
I do. Yeah.
Shane's got a phenomenal list, I'm sure. So Shane, I'll put you on the spot if you don't mind here. So a lot of our business owners that have big lists, okay, of their client lists, they might want to reach out to maybe old clients or even existing clients. Now, I'm not sure in the insurance business, I might be wrong here, if you do want to communicate with them. I'm not sure if you do want to, because then they might think about insurance stuff like that. And I'm serious, because they have auto pay every month and that kind of stuff. But what a lot of our clients do is they will do an email blast, and they will say, hello, so-and-so, make sure their first name's on there. It's Shane. I just want to touch base, make sure all's well, that you're healthy. I wanted to reach out and give you our updated contact information, or my contact, because it's your personal info, via InPhone. If you ever need my services, actually it might be good for insurance because all the stuff's on there if they want to like file a claim. And Shane, actually, do you have a roadside number for State Farm, like one roadside assistance number? Do you have
I do. Yeah, we do.
We can add that to your InPhone where it can say roadside assistance, let me finish. So, and then at the bottom you say, just want to give you my updated contact information via InPhone. If you ever need my services, or if you know of anybody that needs my services, I would love a referral. Appreciate you so much. Love to catch up, Shane. And then your InPhone link, whatever. Reason I say this is because let's say you have thousands of clients or even 100 clients, right? Imagine this: if enough your clients of yours have your State Farm logo, your picture on their home screen, that is advertisement for you. Okay. So imagine your clients going out like me, and I love you, Shane, but my buddy Scott is my insurance guy. Okay. So Scott's my main man. Scott makes $1 million a year for me because we do a lot of business together. I sell a lot of cars. I flip cars. Every single person goes to Scott. And all those people, not only can they get them through my A team, but they have Scott's name and logo on their home screen. So they share his name with their network. So I say this: imagine if you have 100, let's say you have 5,000 clients. If 100 of them are just like penguins walking billboards for you, walking around going, you got to use Shane, you got to use Shane, you got to use Shane. So that's another cool thing. And the reason I say they can have it on their home screen, that roadside assistance, Shane, I think would be really cool. A really cool reason for them to have it on their home screen. Not just, hey, I want you to have my pretty face on your phone, that kind of stuff, So get us the roadside assistance number and we'll get that added for you with our internal team. But that's a good way to break the ice of reaching out to clients and pretty much saying, hey, give me some referrals, would you? But not saying it like that, but just saying, hey, put this on your home screen. And we have a really cool little video, and we can give you a tutorial, whatever it is, on how to save it to an Android or an iPhone. What I normally do, though, is I'll give a screenshot. I'll just circle it, like maybe 2 screenshots, one for an Android, one for an iPhone. Just say if you're on an iPhone and I circle the little share, add to home screen tab. Android, I circle the 3 dots. And then you can teach them. We can go over that stuff later, but I picked on Shane because he owns a company with a database already. So that would be an amazing way, Shane, for you to reach out. Steve, I know we talk about this every week. Talk about what happened with your chiropractor buddy in California. I mean,
I got nothing more to say. You answered all the freaking questions. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I got a lot more than he's got to say. Yeah, my chiropractor, he's probably a couple months in. So I told him to do the email blast to 1,000 patients. That week he got 10 referrals.
Mhm.
Called me blown away. Now he's got his flyer up on his desk. People are QR coding them and scan the QR code. Now they have their phone because now they can contact them, especially a chiropractor, somebody in the medical. There's an emergency. Well, he's got his cell number there, and it's Sunday night at 8 o'clock. The guy's back goes out. Click. Hey, Dr. Martin, I got a problem. So he loved that because he's open with his patient. Not everybody's going to do that. What's interesting as well, I did a presentation yesterday. You don't even know this, James, to 45 people, coaches, business coaches, and Tony's responsible for this in a good way about not know his friends and family don't know what he does. So I asked them all a question. How many of you know, how many of your family and friends know what you do? How many of them, just 5, I said. How many of the 45 people think, tell me how many of the 45 people said they do? 2 business owners had 5 or more people that knew what they do. The other 40 I lost in the presentation for 5 minutes because you know what they were doing? They were texting and going out and reaching out. A gentleman that I heard about last week, he built $1 million a month business with his contact list.
Wow.
25 years old, went out to his contact list. He does $1 million 10 years later, $1 million a month in business. And he says, that's the golden nugget, is your cell phone with the contact list.
Because you already have credibility with it. That's right. So Steve, let's talk numbers here. So I'm going to talk about Chrissy Kresser for a second. Chrissy's amazing. She owns a spray tan salon, spa, whatever it's called. And I told her, I said, look, if you don't use InPhone, it's not going to work for you. She has an 8.5 by 11 clear thing with her QR code printed out. And if you guys want like very clear QR codes, I know if you try to take a screenshot, it doesn't come out that good on your phone. We can give you like a personalized, clear QR code for your InPhone. Every person that walks in the door and walks out the door has her face on their home screen. Every single one. She will back us up here. Her spray tan business exploded. I'm not saying just because of InPhone, but it's because everybody's sharing her InPhone with a lot of people. And it says book spray tan right on there, clear as day. And they book it, book all the stuff. So don't quote me on the numbers here, but I believe we ran the numbers. I think it was like 45 days. And it was just under 1,800 times her InPhone was opened. So let's talk about that again now. Chrissy owns a spray tan spa or salon. And in 45 days or so, 1,800 people opened her InPhone. So now, did they all book a spray tan? No, a lot of them did. A lot of them did whatever. She's an entrepreneur. She has multiple businesses. But how cool is that 1,800 times somebody opened her InPhone and looked at it, okay? Google ads. People pay thousands of dollars per month for these. And what's the turning point? It depends on what business you're in. Obviously, it could be 0.001%, could be 2%, could be great, whatever. But you spend like 50 cents a click or $1 a click or whatever. InPhone is $199 to $299 a year, whatever you want, unlimited clicks, right? But it's about relationship referrals. So that's why you want to use Chrissy's, because that's huge numbers. Think about that. She's on point to do 20,000+ clicks, people opening it up. That's real eyes, real people. These are not bots that open up. These are real people that open up her info. Okay, it shows that. But then I'm going to go to the holy grail here, Steve Ramona. How many are you up to now? Last week was like 20,660 or something like that. What is it?
You're close.
I'm close. These are real numbers. Okay.
Can you see that? Did I share the right screen?
Yep, that's it. Oh, there it is. I was right. 20,669. That was last week, though, wasn't it?
2 weeks.
Are these up? Oh, 2 weeks ago. Oh, that's gonna be way more than that now. So he'll be over 21,000.
You're right. July 12th. Correct. Sorry.
Yeah. He'll be over 21,000. So just think about this. Numbers don't lie. People do, right? These are real numbers for Steve's info. Now, Steve is on, 50 meetings a day. Steve's is a maniac when it comes to this. Now, and again, don't think that you're not as good as Steve sharing your stuff. I mean, he's literally in front of, he does Zooms all day long with people all around the world. But what I would do is, for you guys, I would literally, my goal is to get my face, my logo on every single person's home screen of their computer, their phone, their Android, their iPhone, whatever it is, as quick as possible. And all you say is this: I would love it if you could just share it with your network for me. Now people are going to say, of course I will. And they won't. Okay. Get people that you do business with, which brings me to my next point. I'm going to share my screen, Steve, which brings me to the next point. Okay. The referral A team here. We all know about this.
Why he's doing that?
Any questions, guys?
Yes, I do. I've got a
ahead.
question. It's going to probably seem elementary. So,
Okay.
So Steve did a great job presenting the product to me. I mean, it kind of sells itself, I'm sold on it. The only problem is I can't get the damn thing saved on my home screen. How do I do that?
On your phone?
Yes.
What do you have, an Android or an iPhone?
iPhone.
Oh, that's right. Shane, I called you the other day. You didn't call me back, bud. It's okay. I forgive you.
Did you leave a voicemail?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a voicemail. That's okay.
Okay.
I called you, Steve. What was it? Saturday? I called him, I think, or Sunday, maybe.
Yeah, right after I got off the phone with you, Shane,
Yeah.
I called
Okay.
James and he said he was going to call you.
It's all good.
It's all right.
Actually, hang on one sec, Shane. I'm going to tell you exactly when I called you, just so you know here. Was it Saturday or Sunday? Let's say,
You got to remember, it's British Open weekend or the Open weekend, it's last weekend of baseball. I mean, there was shit going on. Sorry.
All good. Shane, I'm going to pull your input up. I believe I think it's your first and last name, right? Let's say.
His link's in the chat. I'm going to grab it. He put his link in the chat.
Hey, let's see here. So you have an Android or an iPhone? I'm sorry, Shane.
iPhone.
Okay, great. So do I. All right, here we go. Now you ready? Okay. Can you guys see Shane?
Good.
See him? Okay, great. So Shane, I want you to open up your phone.
Okay.
All right. And at the bottom, do you use Chrome? I'm sorry. Chrome or Internet or Safari?
That's Safari.
Okay, great. So your phone looks like mine right now, right? Your iPhone?
Yes.
At the bottom of your screen. Now I can't zoom in because I'm on my Zoom. Actually, maybe I can. No, I can't. Can you see the taskbar along the bottom of the screen where it says there's a left arrow, a right arrow, a square box with an up arrow, a bookmark, and a little square on the right corner? Can you see that?
Yes.
In the middle, it's going to say there's a square with an up arrow. Click that square with the up arrow for me.
Okay.
And then scroll up a little bit. It should look like this.
Yeah.
Okay? Click add to home screen on the bottom there.
How about that?
There you go. Hey, it's not elementary. Listen, that's the biggest issue with when you're not next to somebody. That's why I just do it for them. Now, again, that took you 2 seconds, obviously, right, Shane?
Right.
Took you 2 seconds, but what I do is I try to explain, and then if you can't do it, this is what I do. You have an iPhone, okay? I'm about to take a screenshot of my screen. Now watch this. I screenshot it, and then it comes up, and at the bottom, I just circle it. You see how I'm circling that at the bottom?
Yeah, we can't see it, James. We can't see the bottom of your screen.
Oh, you can't see it. That's okay. Let me try to move this around.
That happened last week. I was going to mention that to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I screenshot it and I immediately circle it at the bottom there. And I can't even go up or down. Anyway, but Steve, we're going to make a badass video that's going to explain this. We're going to make literally a 3-second video to do this. Okay. I think we already have one. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lulu.
Usually with an iPhone, there's one extra step after you hit add to home screen. You usually have, then on the top right, it will say add. You have to hit that. Yeah.
You got it. Yep. Now you're on your home screen. Shane, I got you right here, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Lulu. No problem. Yeah. So now you have that. But what I want to do is, this is see, it's funny. You see this tab up here? I'm just going to give you guys a little insider nightmare of technology. You see how this says place icon on device right there? Well, if we all had Android, I'm an iPhone guy for life. If we all had Androids, that button right there would literally go and save it to your home screen if you just click the button. But because iPhones are obviously 50-50, right? We cannot have a button because of some blockage, whatever it is, that just has it saved to the home screen. It just, we cannot get it. So I apologize about that. That's why we have it right here where you click it and it gives it a, here's two little videos here where it kind of shows you how to do it. So Shane, you should have that on your device there. It
Yeah.
gives little tutorials, so to speak. So try to use that. Let me know what you think about it. And if you don't like it, we can figure out how to make another one. But
So where can I pull that information?
on your home screen. Oh, I'm sorry,
Okay.
on your info right here. See how it says place icon on device?
Okay.
Yeah, just go ahead and click that, and then it'll give you. And then obviously, Shane, since you're new to InPhone, I want you to click on that, not now, but that My InPhone tutorial that Steve put in there. There's a lot of great videos on how to share it, how to utilize it. Okay.
Yeah, I saved it already.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah, that's the one I sent you on how to save the home screen.
Awesome.
Gotcha.
So I want to spend about 5 minutes on this A team, and then we're going to kind of close it out with just some goal setting. And Steve, obviously, I want you to put your input in here too. I say this till I'm blue in the face. I'm very blessed to have an amazing network. I've built my network. I'm 40 years old since I'm 14 years old, probably an entrepreneur since I was 12, building my network all my life. I've dug through the dirt to find my diamonds. And I say that lovingly because I refer everybody that I believe has value for my network, right? So I refer out. If they do me wrong, I'm not going to sit there and talk smack, and I'm just not going to refer anyone. And that's worse, right, than me talking smack. So I built my network of aces where anybody needs anything, they go to my network. You do the same for me, though. So understand this. I built my entire net worth based on all of my friends, family, and my network referring business to me. Whether it's cars, we buy and sell houses, my brother and I, whether, real estate, everything that I do, I never, ever, ever, ever have advertised, ever advertised. Word of mouth has made my business the way it is today. So I highly recommend that you guys, and it doesn't have to be with just the InPhone. You can a Google Doc if you'd like, but your network has got to share your industry. It's got to share you, okay? And vice versa. So the referral A team is gold if you utilize it right. Like today, when I told that girl there, I said, you know how I bought and sold all my cars, since I'd known your dad in 2012? She said, how? I said, everybody just calls me every day about cars. They call me every single day. I get calls. I don't even want to buy and sell cars anymore, but it's just easy for me. It's my network, my life. So they just call me and I buy cars every day because my network. So with the referral A team, just imagine, again, I told you the power of being on your icon, your favicon on somebody's home screen. Well, imagine your entire network on somebody's home screen because of you, and vice versa. So when I go to people and I go to them and I say, here's my InPhone, right before I leave, I go, listen, now I know you know what I do in business and we're going to do business together. But if you ever need anybody else in life, don't Google. Go to my InPhone that you have. Remember this. It's always about remember me. Okay. I want you to remember that I sell cars. I want you to remember that I'm in the insurance business. I want to remember I'm in mailbox power. I want to remember everything I do, which I really don't do all that. I just do, obviously I'm talking about you guys. But what I want you guys to understand is this. Remember what I do, friend, network, new friend that I have. But if you ever need anything else, you go to my A team at the bottom and you click it. And pick your category. What do you need? You need a detailer. You need concrete done. You need a new Hyundai. You need your credit repaired. You need an energy person, a financial advisor. This is not Yelp. This is not some Angie's list. This is James's list. Okay. This is your list if you choose to build it. Any person that you click on this InPhone, I know will give you the best service you'll ever receive in your entire life. Why? Because I did all the due diligence. I've done the digging through the dirt to find the diamond. I'll use Grant. He's at the top. He's Grant. If you click on Grant, he's my auto detailer and my ceramic coating guy. He hands his InPhone out to every single one of his clients. Every single one. He has thousands of clients. He has the 8.5 by 11 on their screen, everything. And if you go to the bottom there, you'll see referral A team. You click it, and we share a lot of the same friends, a lot of the same network. But you don't have to have the same network. Like if your plumber is your brother, but I use my cousin, you don't have to have him on your A team. You can use your own. But the whole point of the story is this. When I give you my info right now today, I just hand you my info, my QR code, whatever. I just handed out 50 business cards at the same time. Remember that. Think about the power of numbers. Every time you hand out your information to somebody with your info, you're also handing out 50 of your friends, 4 of your friends, 10 of your friends. But do the power of numbers. If like every single one of these people here have me as their info representative, as their auto sales guy, everything. Imagine every time they hand out their InPhone card to somebody, I'm also going with them. So do the power of numbers here on a small scale. Let's say you have 10 people on your A team. Great, that's phenomenal. You have a great group of people. That's you handing out 1 a day, we'll say. So you hand your info out to 1 person a day for 30 days. You have 30 new people with your info. If everybody does that times 10, you, as whatever your industry you're in, will be on 300 new smartphones in 1 month. Try to pay for that on Google or pay for that somewhere in some marketing thing where you're not only in their face, you're on their home screen of their lifeline to life. Okay. And it didn't cost you any more money. You just built a network yourself. Okay. So you don't have to build a network. Obviously, you want them to get an in. Now, I'm being biased because we're partners in a company, but you want them to get an InPhone because InPhone tells their story. What do they do? Okay. If you want to buy a Lexus here, it tells the story of Maria, where if you want to schedule an appointment with her, if you want to schedule service, if you want to call her cell phone, it tells her story. I don't have to do that. Okay. But if you don't want to build people with selling their InPhones, you do what Maya does. I got a guy/gal. You have your list here, your vendor list. It's a Google Doc that you create. You can update that every day, and it will always be updated on the InPhone link. Always, always, always. Steve, what do you have to say about A-Team, brother, Mr. 21,000 times? Did your A-Team help you with that a little bit, maybe? You're muted. You're muted.
Sorry, a dog's barking. I got about 55, 60 on mine, all built through InPhone. But Dan, you're going to appreciate this. I did a presentation for 12 Legal Shield reps today. 2 things that came out of it was, one, they can do, because Legal Shield, a lot of people do multiple things besides Legal Shield. I know, Lulu, you do Mailbox Power, you do InPhone, you do a couple, and that's where InPhone really shines. Somebody works 8 to 5 at Cisco I'm talking to. She wants to start a crochet business, crocheting dolls. I showed her InPhone Sunday at an event I was at. Her husband went bananas because they can see the vision of putting a picture of these unique crocheted dolls that she does. She works at Cisco 8 to 5, but she wants to leave there. Now she can build an InPhone with the crochet thing, and he does something too. So they're going to combine their InPhones. They don't have to buy 2. We'd love to sell them 2. And they said, we'll just buy 2. I said, no, put them together. Call Margie, call Tony. Email Margie, email Tony. And then they put all their services there. To me, when you see an InPhone and Lulu provides all this and Tony provides all this, and Shane, you provides all these services, even though it's in the State Farm umbrella, you look great to people because you're serving so many. And we have the opportunity of doing that without putting 20 links in an email. Hey, this is what Dan does all this. Well, I'm a gun owner in Texas. I want to talk to Dan because he does Legal Shield and he protects them. Well, he may never talk to me about that. He maybe talk to me about personal ID because I got my ID hacked. No, Dan can take care of my friend in Texas as well. So they all got it. They're all probably coming aboard. It was a great presentation because we ran 20 minutes over, when that happens. But the idea of having InPhone sell your business when you're not there, tell me any other way to sell, a better way than that. You tell me, and I may go that way, but I have not, because this happens daily. And imagine end of 2022, we have 100,000 users, and you go to a networking event and Lulu sees Tony Smith, he's got an InPhone. Guess what? It's a natural relationship. Hey, let's talk, man. That's great. You're a painter. Great. We're going to build the most massive. You think Facebook's is big. I'm not saying this in the recording, but you know where I'm going. This could be massive for very, as you guys know.
Love it, brother. Yeah,
Huge.
I'm excited for everybody. And it's funny too. Another new client of ours has a big power washing business, and he's wrapping his truck with his QR code. Like, just imagine. Again, I'm not going to spend $1 million. I'm going to end it with this, and then I'm on the recording 60. But InPhone works if you want it to. You got to utilize it. I challenge everybody tonight. Think of people you refer business to all the time. Send it to them and just ask them. Say, hey, do me a favor. Take a look at this. Can you send this to a couple people in your network and see if they ever need my services or something? Try it out. The worst they could say is no or ignore you. Let me start with this. If you text it to them, hey, Bill, it's James. Hey, James, then ask them. Because if you just send them a favor real quick in there, they might ghost you that night if they're busy or whatever it is. But make sure they reply first and then say, can you do me a favor? Can you send my info link to a couple people in your network and see if they need my services? But I challenge you to do that because you want your name out there. That's the whole purpose. Name the game. Get your name out there. Get your name out there. InPhone will. Yes, sir.
Real quick, just as we're doing a presentation, I just had somebody on LinkedIn I don't even know reach out to me through my info. I saw you on LinkedIn. Don't know who this person is. That's the power. It goes, that's pretty cool. Can we talk? But not only just selling InPhone, that's selling State Farm. That's selling digital memories. That's selling Ernie the Storyteller. That's selling Legal Shield for Dan. That's selling Lulu. It works no matter what business. It just happens I'm one of the owners of InPhone, and that's the focus. But I'm getting excited, but that works for everybody. Give it time, let it grow. Because I'll tell you, the first 3 months I started January 2021. I network 15 to 20 times a week. Tony knows that because we talked a few months later after we met and I told him about networking. I met 500 people in 3 months. I just did my elevator pitch, set up one-on-ones, did my elevator pitch, one-on-ones. And I booked my calendar for a month, which led to those 500. I only met 100 people, but those 100 shared, you need to talk to Steve, network with him, not sell, network. And it just grows. I'm excited to see you guys in 6 months coming back with some amazing numbers. So I just wanted to say that, James.
Love it, guys. Yeah, I appreciate you all so much for being on. We're going to end recording in 1 second, and then I'll open for questions afterwards. But yeah, like I said, I challenge everybody, utilize your InPhone, build your network. Just as an entrepreneur to fellow entrepreneurs, your network is your net worth. If they're not referring you business, get a new network. I tell you all the time, I've given so many people opportunities. I don't need to scratch my back, you scratch yours, that back and forth. I just want value. And if I'm making your mortgage payment every month with referrals, you got to help a brother out once in a while. And that's what I tell people all the time in business. I say, hey, when it's time to call in, if I refer you 1 million people and I get nothing out of it, I call you, I go, hey, do me a favor. Can you get me a client this weekend? I'm just trying to hit my numbers and I want to get a client this weekend. And if you don't go out of your way to get me a client, I understand that you don't respect me and you don't value my referrals to you. So now somebody else is going to get my referrals. I'm just telling you in life, do that because your time's valuable and your business is valuable. And if you're out there sharing the world, what I do every day is I wake up, I look at my A team and I go, who am I making money today? And I make sure all those people, not every day, every person, I at least once, twice, 3 times, unless you're Grant 100 times a month, but it depends on what industry you're in. I always refer at least a couple times a year so that they feel that they're getting value from James Levins, so I recommend you guys do the same. But Steve, and we're going to do this every Tuesday night. And if you guys haven't already done so, take a screenshot. Did everyone put their links in the chat or no, Steve? We do that?
Yeah, most people did. I think Shane put your link in there. I didn't see Shane's. And Dan, put yours in there.
Yeah. And then, just put your links in there. And then if you guys ever want to network together, that's why we do this. I know you're in different states, different countries, but if you want, just figure out where everybody is and then maybe do business together. But we do this every week, 99.9% of the time on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock. So if you end up, wanting to come back and learn more, we're here for you. But I highly recommend you click that myinphone.com / what is it, Steve, for the videos that Ron made.
Users one.
Users one. Definitely do that. But appreciate you for being on. We're going to stop the recording and then open up for questions.
How do I